Hello everybody, I just wanted to talk to you for a few moments about the class and about grading for a little bit. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about was your papers. Hopefully you've gone through the class and you've found all of the assignments that I have listed. They're not done on a weekly basis. There's certain content areas that I want to cover, make sure that you go over. So some of the chapters, as you can see from the syllabus, are combined. So what I do is instead of kind of having lots of little papers, I try to spread things out a little bit, give you a little bit of time so that way you can do more thorough research on the different concepts that we have throughout this semester. So with the papers, I'm going to talk more in detail and in more depth about the papers on another video. For right now, hopefully most of you have emailed me, and one of the things that you've noticed is there are outside sources required for each assignment. I like to have you use the concepts from the chapters into real life situations as much as possible. So when you're working, I want you to have an opinion in your papers. That's part of psychology, is sometimes it's not all right or wrong. It's knowing what the concepts are, knowing what the different theories say, and then being able to prove yourself as right. So, the first assignment is about psychobiology. I'll talk more about that, as I said, in a later video. But you're going to have your opinion, and then you're going to back up your opinion with your outside research, and that's the best way to do it. Really does expand your knowledge on the different concepts. And think about when you're researching, try to look at not the top 5 Google sites. Be a little bit analytical. Think about psychological journals and medical journals. I know there's quite a few nurses out there. Sometimes there's a library at doctor's offices and hospitals that you guys have access to. News reports, peer-reviewed journals, all of those are acceptable. And sometimes that's more current information than what you may find on your top sites in Google. So be a little creative with your resources, sometimes interviewing people, sometimes doing, as we get through the semester, there may be opportunities to do online assessments. That's always fun too. So all of that is outside research. Have your opinion, please. I think that's really important. But make sure that you back up your opinion with your outside research. With that being said, you notice that there's due dates for those assignments. So I don't grade anything until after that due date. So for example, the paper in psychobiology, it's due on January 27th, a week away. I won't grade anything until at least the 28th or sometime thereafter. So during the week, you have an opportunity to show me that you have a comprehensive understanding of the concepts. So there's many ways you can do that. The rubric will be attached to your paper because ultimately that is the piece that is due. That's kind of the minimum that you have to do, is that paper. And I'm calling it a research paper because that seems to be the easiest format for people to use. However, I know some people love to be creative with their research, and I am open to that. So if you are very good at PowerPoints, if you are very good at, those cartoony videos, if you're taking another class on how to create something, it doesn't have to be a 5-paragraph essay. But that's one thing, when people start to get creative, they're leaving out research, they're leaving out the concepts, they're really not hitting the topics. Some people are really good at that. So I am open to that, and feel free to email me if you have an idea that you'd like to try out. So that's the big main piece. That is the minimal that you have to do for each week. There are other ways that you can show me that you understand the concepts. One, when you post your papers early, which I highly recommend you do, your classmates, you can earn points for the questions that you ask your classmates. You can show me that you have a comprehensive understanding of the concepts, not only by reading your peers' papers and asking them questions, but by answering those questions as well. It also gives you an opportunity to get some feedback on your paper and then improve it. Again, you can improve it 27 times if you want. I will accept, just put final on the paper, and I will accept basically anything up until that due date. When we have, you can also, as it the questions and answers, I will also have usually every week or so, if I find a current event or if I find something interesting about, for our first assignment, psychobiology, I'll post it up there for you guys to discuss as a class. If you happen to find a current event or something's going on that's relevant to that concept or to that topic that we're working on for that period of time, you can go ahead and post that as well. So after the due date, I take a look at everything that you've posted throughout the week, and does it show me that you have a comprehensive understanding of the concepts? And really, unfortunately, with an online class, the best way to do that, or the really one of the few ways to do that, is through writing. I don't have any like times that we come online all at the same time, because I know everybody's schedule is different. People take online classes because they don't want to be tied down to a specific time period. So you really, as a student, have to show me that in writing. I can't read your mind. A lot of people will say, oh, but I really understand it. Make sure that I can tell in writing from this end that you do have that comprehensive understanding what the concepts are. You'll see, hopefully you saw the announcement that I posted yesterday or Thursday, depending when you're seeing this video, about the concepts, the core concepts that I'll be looking for in your papers about psychobiology. You know, use those. Use that information. That is not your assignment, but that information should be included somewhere within your paper. You can use research to support that, research beyond your text to support that. You can also, thinking about those bolded words in the text, use those too. Those are big cues. Keep those in mind that, hey, this might have to do with something. I know there's big chapters and you're not going to be able to put all the important words in there. So I've highlighted the concepts that I'll be looking for as I grade your paper. I do have some high expectations. This is a college class. So, to get that top number of points, it really has to be almost perfect. It really has to be at a high level. I'm looking at you to be analytical. I'm looking at you to create like a good argument with supported through outside research and a variety of outside research. Are you creative with your writing? Are you just stating all the facts and blah, 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 and and have a lot of bulletins? Or are you really incorporating the information accurately between tying in the research, tying in kind of what's going on in real life? So those are the things that I look at. I do look at the mechanics of writing, and I do look at the outside sources. I mean, you can have them listed at the end of your paper, which is fine. However, I need to see them incorporated and used within the paper itself, which is why I say, a lot of people, use the research paper format versus another format. So those are ways that you can earn points. As I said, I take a look at everything up until the due date. Everything's time stamped. So I take a look at everything you posted, the questions you post, the answers. I look at the changes that you make in your papers over time to show that you've made improvement or what you've learned or what you've gained. So all of that is taken into consideration. So again, the minimum is the paper posted by the due date. Anything additional really supports for me, and helps you really understand the concepts that are going on for each week or each topic that we're working on. So that's all that I have for tonight. Thank you for reading through all the announcements. So hopefully you guys are finding these videos helpful. Please feel free to send me an email. Blackboard and YouTube aren't communicating too well anymore, so I had to change the format of how I do videos. So hopefully you guys are able to access these and view them without too much issues. But with anything in the course, please feel free to give me constructive criticism and give me feedback as to what's working, what's not working, if the videos are helpful, not helpful. We'll be going into a little bit more depth with each video, but I will be trying to keep them short because I know anything probably more than 10-15 minutes you're going to turn off, not listen to, and not pay attention to. So, but any questions, you guys have my email. I hope you have a great weekend, and you can definitely look forward to a video about the first assignment probably tomorrow, Saturday morning. So I hope you guys have a great night. Bye.